the one and only LA School of Comedy. We're in Westwood. What up? Happy to have you guys. My name's Sam. I'm your host tonight. I'll do some house rules, but really, we're a home. Please clean up after yourself. The mic stands, just like this place, is a little vintage, so please don't fuck with it. And the stage, yeah, just like be kind to the space, be kind to each other. We're on live. Shout out the audience. Shout out the people watching at home.
Yeah, baby.
Like it's QVC or something. Throwback. What else? I feel like I'm missing stuff.
The light for timing.
Okay, yeah. You will get the light at 8 minutes. If you want to do less time, please feel free. It's not free, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Monica will give you the light. This is Monica, our producer of the night. Let's give it up for Monica. She'll be running the computers. Monica will also very kindly edit your tape for you for $25 from YouTube. Make it all real nice. You can talk to her about that after the show. I can't do that for you, but I can tell you that Monica can, and she does it. She does it good. I'll talk about me for like a little bit. So I get really nervous up here, and people are like, "What? You're crazy!" Just gaslight. You're crazy. Like, you seem so confident up there, and it's like when I shave my head. A lot of girls who look nothing like me, you know what I mean? Who look nothing like me, like at all, would walk up and be like, "You are so brave for doing that. Like, that is fearless. You're a fearless flyer. You are a Trader Joe in and of himself." You know what I'm saying? Like, brave. Same thing when I told people I have ADHD, they would be like, "I knew it. The moment that I met you." Guys, do you remember when I said that? I was like, she probably has that thing from that app. No, but ADHD for me really is just like walking around my room and it's just like, oh my god, I have so much to do, oh my god, I have so much to do, and then sitting down and then being like, I have nothing to do. That's it. You know, it's like, it's not fun. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. The ADHD, it's so real. But I'm gonna give somebody else a chance to come up here and speak and not touch this mic stand. So let's give it up for our first comic of the night. He's taught me a lot. He's hilarious. I would watch him closely. The one and only Patty! Let's give it up for Patty, everybody!
Watch me, I'm Patty. Hey, I'm Patty. Give me some fucking love. Yay! Hey, one more time for Sam! Yeah. This is great. Huh? You ever think when they walk up to you and you have a shaved head and they go, "Oh my God, you're so brave," that they think you have cancer?
Yeah.
At my age, I'll lose weight.
I didn't think.
And I can lose weight to where people go, "Oh, you've lost weight,"
Survivor.
as opposed to, "Oh, you've lost weight." Yeah, man. Hey, look, I got a laugh out of America's favorite old man. How about that? Give a round of applause, all you young fuckers. It is a relief to kind of see this audience because this is a very supportive place. I had a gig on Saturday night at a haunted bowling alley next to a meth lab in Lancaster. But that bowling alley is like the Caesar's Palace of Lancaster. So, have you been to Lancaster? You understand. Yeah. So to have an audience like you with most of your teeth and amphetamine-free attention span is fucking fantastic. I'm Patty. That's my government name. And I recently had a birthday. I'm well into middle age. If I'm going to live to be 120. So, all right. You guys are reactive tonight. I don't even know whether to do material or just stare back at you. I just look at you for about 10 minutes until something clicks in. Is that good? Do you like that idea? Yeah. Give me a round of applause. The whole bunch of them. I demand it. She's not applauding back there, though. She's plotting. I just realized when I walked up here, I don't know if this ever happens to you, where I went, "Oh my God, my breath is horrible."
Whoa.
You know, where it comes from the back, you're like, "Fuck, God, is that me?" I actually belched and my teeth ducked. It's bad. It's not good. There's Shannon over there. Look at him. Look at that handsome man over there. You look like a lifeguard in an above-ground pool. You know what I mean? Kind of like maybe you're with the white trash Illuminati. That's a compliment. compliment. That's the hillbilly elite. You kind of look like you only snort name brand paint thinner. which is it's big. Fucking big, baby. I'm a little different than most of the comics here because I'm older, so I don't have time for silly segues. Anyway, a funny thing happened to me on the way over here. I had a realization, that you're going to go through life, and for a while in life, you go, I'm young. Then you get to a certain age where you go, am I still young? Am I still young? Then you get to an age where you go, I'm too young to be this fucking old. And that, as America's favorite old man knows, is when you get a urologist. You have a urologist? You will.
What is that?
You will. That is a doctor just for your man junk.
Oh, nope.
That is somebody with a PhD in balls. Because there's a whole lot going on down there than you even fucking know. I never knew the left one was way more important than the right one. Anyway, enough ball talk, okay? Enough talk of my testicles. It's not my favorite subject anyway. I'm too old to blame my parents for my problems. I'm old enough to blame my children. Anybody here have children? By a round of applause. Thank God someone does. Do you have children?
No, I'm clapping for
Someone clapping for his children. Hey, let's all clap for his children, shall we? A round of applause for other people's children. I'll tell you the truth. This is an old Irish saying, and I'm old and Irish, so I can say it. Children are like farts. You only really love your own. Other people's are barely tolerable. I don't want to see pictures of them. I don't want to pretend that they're wonderful little. They're not. They're not. I've been married many years, and it's very much worth it because I have 3 beautiful children. Have 5, but 2 of them annoy the shit out of me. One calls me by my first name, and the other one is a vegan. You know the hardest thing for a vegan to do? Is keep it to themselves. Fucking telling the world like the little dietary Scientologists. Don't get me wrong, veganism is a brave ideal to save the world. It's the vegans that annoy me. It's kind of like France. I'll leave that alone. I will leave that alone. Here's the point, though, and here's what you don't get, is all this hoo-ha over I'm this, I'm that, I'm different than you. We're all the same, just kind of different. And rather than trying to all be the same, that's boring. Let's be happy that we're different. Like, for instance, I love Jewish people. Okay, I love them. I really do. First of all, this is cultural appropriation. This stand-up is a Jewish art form. Whether you fucking know it or not, it is. So is variable interest, but that's a different story. And I love Sam. Sam is Jewish, and I talked to her dad, and he told me all he wants in life is for her to be financially successful enough to pay for her own therapy. I'm Irish. I remember the day that my dad looked at me with such pride in his eyes because I could afford my own DUI attorney. So what my point is that we're all the same. We're just different. Just different. Like some of you know, others don't know that I have many producer credits. Like I've produced many shows. I have a show in now with BET. And the name of the show, Viacom owns BET now. That doesn't fucking matter. I don't know why. But the name of the show is We're All the Same, Just Different. And I'm looking for a host. NO is considering stepping in. I was going to host myself, but it's BET. I can't.
You got a little bit of melon in there.
That's okay. We'll get to you later. So what my point is this show is going to valid. It'll be on Sunday mornings, and the first half-hour show, the first 15 minutes, are prominent Black Americans speaking about vital issues in the Black community, like jobs, like police harassment, like proper civil rights, and the mass incarceration of Black men, and the lack of face towels in Caucasian bathrooms. It's going to be a big one. The second half are white people talking about the things that concern them, like managing inherited wealth and the reform of state income tax laws. And then there's just a 6-minute segment that's just white women in Lululemons kissing their dogs. My point is, we are all the same, just different. Just different. Does that make sense to any of you?
Yeah.
Because you're looking at me like I'm fucking crazy,
Ha!
No, it makes sense.
which is half true. I don't. Gotta be gentle.
Ha!
Be gentle. Be gentle. This is some shit that I wrote. I might as well say some shit I know. Did I mention a PhD in balls? Well, I think I did. But we're all different, and listen, life is different for different people. Like, for instance, I'm very interested in Broadway. Big round of applause for Broadway. Any Broadway lovers? And there's a new show that's coming up. It's Whoopi Goldberg presents Schindler's List, the musical. Words and music by Kanye West. But I'll give you some of the songs. Hitler Youth League Dropout. Swastika Latka. You like that? And my favorite, When White Privilege Just Isn't Enough. I knew that would go over well with this crowd. I knew that would fly with this group, this whole group. Yeah, I see it. I can see it. But hey, let's have a round of applause for our own crossing guard, our own hall monitor, the one and only Monica. Come on! Here's what I want to say. I was in Lancaster, and, you know, there's a lot of meth there, and fentanyl these days, you hear about it. It makes me so nostalgic for crack. Good old crack. Those were the days, weren't they? Crack was not whack. You know, crack. I mean, now it has its good points. Crack is a lot like comedian Zach Galifianakis. You know, a lot popular a couple years ago, but still a lot of fun. All right, there was a Crack-a-Fanakis joke. I don't know if that fucking worked at all. Wait till you get up here. See what you get. That's all I've got to say. Gee whiz. Also, I'm going to give you a little advice. I recently played the Laugh Factory, and I fucking destroyed the place. Destroyed it. It was just fucking killer. One of those nights that's magic. But be careful of other comedians that want to give you advice, because a lot of times they don't really have you in mind. Because a comedian came up to me after my set, and he said, you know, for a white guy, okay, anything that comes after that is a minor fuck you. It's some shade. He said, you know, you're kind of funny, but you're too likable. I said, oh, duly noted. Go fuck yourself. How do you like me now? Even more confusing, that comedian was Shannon. Listen, you guys have been very mediocre. And I fucking mean that 100%. Just very fucking mediocre. I can't wait to see you up here and see the reaction that you get. But you I like. I think you and I are simpatico. The rest of these rascals.
Young man.
Yeah, I like it. Keep talking to me like that. You know? Keep talking to me like that. I play assisted living homes a lot, and it's the only place where they call me, you know, young man or sonny. I like it. Well, listen, I'll leave you now with a quote from comedian Louis C.K. Thank you for allowing me to expose myself. Once again, I'm Patty, PADDYFORCONEDY. Book a show at the Mix every Wednesday. Come talk to me about it.
Woo!
Give it up for Sam! Come on, you fucks!
Give it up for Patty! Give it up. Nobody's trying to give it up tonight. We are a bunch of prudes tonight. Come on in, Lenny. Everyone was fucking worried. Let's give it up for Lenny. I'm gonna do a sort of like Pavlovian thing. I don't even know what the fuck it is. Like, I'm just gonna keep saying clap, and then it's like you're not even gonna care anymore, and it's just gonna be like over and over. Some seal shit. There was a time here where mermaids were heavily discussed, and Shannon, sorry, just keep talking about Shannon, pointed out that apparently seals are mermaids. Okay, body positivity. No. I don't know. There's no joke there. It just blew my mind that could be possible. I actually like it. Like, I love the mediocrity. I love the quiet. Like, I've been in group therapy. Dude, I killed in group therapy, okay?
Yeah,
I ran that room. One time, I was like, we should have a Make-A-Wish for depressed people, because you never know what's going to happen. And then I said, and nobody asked, but I was like, you know, my wish would be to spend a week with Kanye West on his ranch in Wisconsin. And she was like, that's not your wish, Sam. I was like, what did you say? And she's like, that's not your wish, that can't be your wish. And I was like, so this past group is about asserting yourself, and the one time that I set a boundary, that I say something that I want, you're gonna shut me down. I pay your bills. That was bad. That was crazy. Are you okay? Is there... Okay. Okay, give it up for the mic stand. You are beautiful in every single way. Okay, I'm gonna bring up another comedian. I've been talking at him. Let's give him a chance to talk. Let's get some cannons with the one and only Shannon! Give it up for Shannon! Clap it up! You better laugh and shit. Let's do it.
Thank you, Sammo. You see the back of that head real fast. Turn around real fast. Let's see.
Are you sure? Is it an elephant?
Yeah, maybe that's a penis.
It's definitely Peroni's.
Maybe.
Should we show the live?
I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm like a straight dicker, but I know there's banana nuts out there. You know, I know there's all sorts of shapes and sizes and shit. You ladies probably have a little better idea. That does look a little like your urologist would be like.
Peroni's.
So your problem with your stream is you got a caked cock. You have to straighten that shit out. All right, I have a therapist. After stretching, it only costs X95. Oh shit. So this morning I took what I like to call a hydra shit. And if you guys don't know what that is, that's when you cut one head off and another one immediately grows back in its place.
Oh my.
Greek history, people, seven-headed monster, Jason the Argonauts, what? Come on, Jesus Christ. No more history for these people. Oh, man. Hydra shit. You guys remember when tattoos meant something? Woo! I do. When I was growing up, you had a shit ton of tattoos. I had 3 pretty safe, like, you know, bets on that. And it was, gang, prison, or military. Maybe rock star. Perhaps. Okay. Nowadays, I see you sporting a bunch of tattoos, especially here in old West LA. I immediately assume you're a hairstylist. Some kind of graphic artist. Alright? I'm just saying that the mystique has been ruined. Okay? That whole air of danger and rebellion has been sucked into upper middle class oblivion. Right? It's like, my parents are a couple of morally ambiguous BMW driving consumer cliches. How do I make a statement? How do I put forth a new plane of understanding so that my individual spirit fire isn't extinguished by the banalities of the American suburb? Well, since my sense of entitlement is a raging torrent over the failed levee of my unrealistic expectations, however, my imagination is a tiny bubbling brook, a little stream that disappears as the tears well when I lose my phone. Eureka, I got it. Okay, I'm going to get an arm sleeve of a peony that's morphing into a dragon who's throwing a peace sign. I'll wear skin-tight jeans to show everybody how much I hate hip-hop culture. I'll get as many piercings as I can afford and then plan my days around my wardrobe. And the coup de grace, guys. A look of apathetic, completely disappointed detachment permanently etched across my face. Now, if that doesn't, I don't know, set a new bar and make people think, then, fuck, I guess I misinterpreted Catcher in the Rye. That's right. I don't like the fake tattoo crowd. You wanna know why? Because I can do this shit. You guys know the, it's a scene in every dumb 80s action comedy movie, right, where they come out of nowhere into a biker bar and there's a fucking line of Harley Davidsons, right, and the clumsy Jim Carrey character's out there while the cool guy goes inside and he happens to lean against the bikes and they all fall down. And you get a bunch of Hell's Angels walking out of there, like, fuck, and everybody's got to run, right? I know that I could walk up to any, like, third wave cafe with 20 bird scooters popped right in front right there, and I could go like this, boom, kick them all over in a row. And there'd be 20 tattooed dudes with a nice fucking, you know, flannel and some, like, I don't know, some high waters on, and good sneaks. And they'd come out there all tatted up and look over, and half of them are trainers, and they'd be like, "No, we're going back in. Do you have that Ethiopian blueberry?" Shit. Different times. Oh, fuck, I'm getting old. I know this because my hip hurts. My knee hurts, and I can't hear, and I'm scared of teenagers. And I like jazz, guys. That's a milestone in getting older, right? The minute you start to like jazz, you know you're tipping that edge right there, man. As I'm starting to get into that swing shit, you know, it's fucking great. It's upbeat, okay? You know why it was upbeat? Because it was the 1940s and the world was literally coming to an end. All right? Save your social brooding commentary for times of plenty. I want fucking kids. I want dogs. All right? I think swing's going to be back in vogue really soon, people. I'm just saying, get some Benny Goodman in your life, you know? The best of Count Basie, you know? The Andrews sisters. Oh, Blue Eyes himself. Yeah. News. You guys know American Beauty, the movie?
Yeah.
I can't do it just for you, so fuck that one.
Gee whiz.
Can't do it just for you, Patty. Me and you are the only ones that get the reference.
What about America's Favorite Old Man?
Nah. We'll go into crowd work in the last minute. So, old man. Shit. You know, if I ever turn up missing, guys, you found me.
That's such a good joke.
It's pretty smart. I used to work at a fire hydrant factory. Couldn't park anywhere near the place. I also used to work at a ladder factory, but it wasn't corporate, so I could never climb my way to the top. Used to work at a corporate ladder factory. Turned out it was just the wrong place for me. Believe me, I have pain in my heart when I write these things. Shit. Lenny, you ever been rode hard and put away wet?
That sounds sexual.
But you know that tomorrow is another day. There's more than one way to skin a cat. So there's no use beating a dead horse once you let him in the water, because you're not going to make him drink. And if you are trying to kill two birds with one stone, then your story better be tighter than a duck's ass, because once that cat's out of the bag, you're going to have to grab him by his long ass tail to find enough space to swing him into a room full of rock. I don't know, guys. Point is a lot of our idioms are based on animal cruelty. Yeah. What does that say about us as a society? When will we be bagging up cats? That one's always baffled me. I get tighter than a duck's ass. You know, understand that. More than one way to skin a cat? Sure. But bagging up the cats, though. Oh, man. Andy. Who likes sports out there? Anybody got a favorite sport? Throw me out one that's not a regular sport that you like.
Chess.
Boxing.
Chess is excellent. Chess is an excellent sport.
Pickleball.
Racquetball.
Ritter sport.
Chess is an excellent sport. Much like, you know, squash and handball and many other things that can be played in public in a park. You know, like basketball. Pickup chess. The thing about pickup chess is You actually have to know how to play fucking chess. It's like, unlike, I can, you know, if you're relatively athletic, you can go play a little handball and get away with something. You know what I mean? You try to go, like, riddle me this. I am able to identify a really good chess player very fast due to the fact that I played in high school or college, or that I've been to the county an inordinate amount of times. That's how you know. You know somebody that can whip their way around a chessboard real fast, and it's one of the two. And I'll tell you what, most of the people in the park, lots of county time. Lots and lots. Lots of trading your milk for that fruit cup. You know? But I beat you yesterday 5 times square. All right, you get the yogurt too. I once watched a guy in county, a little redneck cat came up, and he's the biggest dude in there, by far and away the biggest guy in there, a big old black dude with a do-rag on. And the guy swiped his fucking yogurt off of his tray, like as a sign of, like, I'm here now or some shit. And it was the best, just calm reaction I ever saw, because the guy was like, just walked right over to the guy, just choked him out, didn't take his food, just took his cup back, went about his meal. The county. Go in there with lots of books, you'll make friends real fast, you know. All right, take it easy, guys.
Let's give it up for Shannon. I was just posting us on our Instagram. That's what I was doing. I wasn't looking at Tinder. I wasn't looking at fucking porn. Usually we have a third with us today. That sounds like a third person working with us. We don't have a third. Me and Monica are a duo. Who sometimes have a third.
Strictly
which is
professional.
strictly comedy.
It's all business.
Comedy is a business.
Yeah.
Is a business. A business.
We're mates.
We're mates.
Mates.
We're roommates.
Comrades.
We live here. Right where you're sitting, that's my bed. No, I'm kidding. We're just being so stupid. Okay. How we doing, guys? Woo! Nothing's real. Let go. Some weird, oh shit, right? Dandruff. In the air like you don't care. In the air like you don't care. I just wrote that. Okay, guys, I'm gonna bring up another comedian. I'm really excited to see what she has to say. She's got a good vibe. We've definitely met before. Let's give it up for the one and only Karina!
Karina, come on!
My youngest sister, she was the first to graduate college. And my middle sister was the first to get engaged. And I was the first.
Yeah.
That's all I got. You know what you get when you're the first? Shotgun. That's it. My family were from Sri Lanka, this little country below India. But us Sri Lankans, we don't like to be called Indian, even though we are the same people. Same accents, same types of food. According to most people, I'm Mexican. I fooled some of y'all. It's cool. I had a lady come up to me after one of my shows and was like, honey, I know where Sri Lanka is because of the tsunami. Cool. That tsunami really put us on the map. Almost took us off the map, actually. Thank you for acknowledging it, I guess. That was like 15 years ago, but I'm still collecting donations if you'd like to donate to the Tsunami Relief Fund. My grandpa, he was born in Sri Lanka. He's a super cool dude. A couple weeks ago, he had a heart attack, but he still went to church. That's right. He said, no amount of chest pain is going to keep me from praising Jesus. I was like, bro, you about to praise Jesus with Jesus. Go to the hospital. What are you doing, old man? He's like, okay, I'll go, but I'll have my cup of tea first, because even Jesus had a Last Supper. Praise Jesus. Amen, Grandpa. The other half of my family are from the Philippines. I've been trying to do some more research about being Filipino, but all I found is that 80% of Filipinos are Jabberwockies. So what? Jabberwocky fans? Okay. In school, it was hard to... I went to a predominantly white school, so it was kind of hard to tell people where Sri Lanka and the Philippines were. No one really knew. So I would just lie to people and tell them I was Hawaiian. It was like back in the day when Lilo and Stitch was really big. Y'all remember that movie?
Yeah.
You were Lilo and Stitch fans? Nice. And so what I did was I memorized songs off of the Lilo and Stitch soundtrack. So I could just sprinkle in Hawaiian in daily conversation. Just gotta sell it. So my friends would be like, hey Karina, how's your day going? And I'd be like, wiki wiki malo hilohi. Whoa, what's that mean? Ohana means family. So don't question me. I was always scared though for like a time where we were in like an emergency situation and someone needed me to speak Hawaiian. Like an old man is like having a heart attack. And like, Karina, you know Hawaiian, like go talk to him. And I have to be like, you gotta do this one yourself, but I don't know. I get very insecure about stupid things. Cool. Other insecure people. One of these things is like, I hate dancing in a club and a song about having a big ass comes on. What's that about? It sucks too because I love dancing and I'm a really good dancer. What?
Yeah.
I love dancing so much I can recognize Jabberwockies without the mask on. That's 2 Jabberwocky jokes. Yes, I'm obsessed. But I'm in the club. I'm on the dance floor, killing it. All of a sudden, that intro to Baby Got Back comes on. I'm like, ooh, I needed a water break anyways. Anyone need to use the restroom? I'm gonna electric slide on out of here. Because the moment I try to do this, some guy runs up behind me like, hey, sit down. This song is not for you. I'm like, come on, I'm just shaking what my mama gave me, you know? He's like, oh yeah, your mama is stingy. I can't make my ass clap. It's not thunder and lightning. It's a poetry snap. I'll golf clap. Okay. Oh man, I've been friend zoned so many times. I was once in 3 fantasy football leagues. That's way too many games for no payout. I went to a draft party. I thought this guy was hitting on me, but he just wanted my wide receiver. I thought he wanted my tight end. No, thank you. My ex was the type of dude that liked to take pictures with the Laker girls after the games. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. My ex was the type of dude that made me take a picture of him with a Laker girl after the game. He posted it on Instagram, didn't even give me the photo credits. Worst. In high school, I was in love with my best friend, Evan. But he joined our cross-country team because he was in love with another girl. So I joined the cross-country team to make sure shit did not go down. I broke 2 high school records chasing love. It's like, Evan! My team was like, Karina, you just got first place again. I'm like, yeah, but did Evan see it? He quit the team like 3 weeks later. I'm like, well, I can't quit now because then it definitely looks like I joined for him. So, varsity, rookie of the year, Letterman's jacket. I ran for 4 years. Yeah, that's wow. I once thought this dude was the one because he took me to see the movie Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day. It's like, wow, so creative. But like, while we were like hooking up or whatever, and I wanted to take things to the next level, but he was like, hey, I don't really want to get serious with you because I don't like the way you look. I was like, fuck you, I don't need a man. I'm just kidding, I dated him for 7 years after. I have so much confidence. This old guy, sorry. Came up to me after one of my sets once, and he was, it wasn't a great set, not like this one, I'm killing it, but it wasn't too great, you know, we all have our rainy days. He came up to me, he was like, hey kid, you did good. You're funny, just don't give up. Well, I didn't think my set was that bad. He's like, well, if you were thinking about giving up, don't. It's like, I wasn't, but now that you keep bringing it up, maybe I should. It's just, that was hard for me to hear because my ex ended things with me the same way. Like, sat me down. It's like, hey kid, you did good. You're funny, just don't give up. I recently just quit my job. I was a general manager of a 5-star restaurant in Beverly Hills. Ooh. I was a GM for 10 months, but I lived many lifetimes. I'm not trying to compare myself to Michael Jordan, but he retired at 32 also. And I recently found out that my job replaced me with 4 people. Again, I'm not trying to compare myself to MJ, but he only got replaced with 1 person on the Bulls. So now I'm going to make a cartoon movie about basketball. Space Jam? Okay. When I was a GM, I would do these interviews to hire people, and, you know, some people don't deserve jobs. I'm just going to throw that out there. I like to ask this one question, because it gauges people's positive attitude, right? So I asked this guy, I'm like, hey, what do you do when you're not having a good day on a day that you have to go to work? And he was like, you know, if I'm not feeling the vibe, I just don't come in. You know, you're hired. I really like your sense of boundaries, your emotional awareness. No, he did not get that job. But I used to work, I'll end with this, I used to work at a very fancy place. It's called Chili's. Ooh, we fans of Triple Dipper?
Yeah, baby.
Okay. I missed working at Chili's because I had a lot of regulars. I don't remember their names, so I just called them what they used to drink. You know, so Grey Goose Cosmo, she came in on Tuesdays. I loved her so much. She would drink 3 Grey Goose Cosmos before noon, and then eat a bowl of onions to hide the smell from her husband. One time she called the restaurant and she was like, hey, Green, it's Nancy. And I was like, who? She's like, you know, Grey Goose Cosmo, onions. And I was like, oh, Nancy, what's up? She's like, hey, I'm coming in tonight. Just pretend like you don't know me. She's coming in with her husband. I gotcha. My other favorite regular, his name was Tall Coors Light. He came in on Mondays for football. Over the years, I met his family, met his wife. But before I left Chili's, he came in with another woman. Yeah, y'all heard of a Sancho before? I'm just saying he was more loyal to our Chili's than his marriage. Alright, thank you. Get up there.
Fuck it up, man. I don't know why Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day got me. Because I would so be like, oh, like, you know what I mean?
Like, wow,
Killed me. That was
really
great,
proud of
dude.
yourself. Thanks.
I'm happy you came here. It's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
One time I work at Bath and Body Works, thank you so much, and this guy came in and he's shopping with this girl for candles, and she's like showing him stuff, and he's just talking to me. And I was like, this is so hecka awkward, because I know, like, I don't make commission or anything, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't need to really be there. But I had nowhere else to go. And so he's like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And I whisper, I'm like, who is this girl? And he goes, that's my side chick. And I'm like, why are you candle shopping with your side chick? Also get mahogany teak wood. Anyways, I love you guys. I'm gonna bring up a comedian who's a dear friend of mine. He's fucking hilarious. Let's give it up for the comedy of the one and only Lenny McKenzie. Everybody let it go. And he crowd surfs too.
Karina,
What's up?
if you don't want people thinking you're Mexican, maybe lose the hat, the beanie, and the flannel.
Oh. Alright.
I'm such shit. So how's everyone feeling?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I had a fucking shitty day. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome.
I went to the fucking bank today, right? And like I don't give a fuck whether you wear a mask or not, I hope we could just like respect each other's personal choices, right? But I went in the bank with a fucking mask on, and the cocksucker behind the counter took issue with it. The bank teller, the guy who fucking works there, told me I couldn't have my mask on at the bank. What the fuck is that, son? What the fuck is that? So I get into it with him. I'm like, why the fuck can't I wear my mask? I can do. It's a free country. I can do what the fuck I want. I'm not hurting anybody. Why the fuck can't I wear a mask? He says, cause it's a rule at this bank. You cannot wear masks. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? When? How long has this been a fucking rule for? Like, what is this? I've never heard this shit before. And then he's like, sir, it's on the sign right there. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I turn. I'm like, oh shit. No ski mask in the bank. Fuck. All right. I feel like somebody might have done that before. It's been 3 years. I hope I'm not late on that shit. Shit. I'm glad that birds don't walk the way they fly. Because they would take up the whole street then. You know what I mean? Because they fly in hats. That was stupid. Shit. What else do I got? So I was staring down this lady's shirt today. It happens, okay? And she was like, and I was scared that, you know what I mean? It really seemed like to me that she fucking saw I was doing that. So I was like, oh, who the fuck was that? Motherfucker. Where was I? Okay? And it occurred to me that... What the fuck was that? Who said that? Is there a fucking ghost in here? What was that? What was that? Okay. Get through this joke, please. I'm staring down this lady's shirt, okay? And it occurs to me, she probably knows that she's probably realized that she probably sees me looking down her shirt. So I'm like, shit, I know what's gonna hit me, okay? I've been in this situation before, I'm prepared. She's gonna ask me, what color are my eyes? So I'm like, shit, I better start looking at her eyes. Unfortunately for me, I couldn't see her fucking eyes because she's wearing like these just super thick, dark fucking glasses, and I just can't see through that shit. And what made it even more difficult is I didn't want to get anywhere near her fucking walking stick, you know what I mean? Stupid joke, wrote it 2 hours ago, fuck you. I don't get political, as proven earlier. But I think that trans women are women. Almost. You know what I mean? like 99.5% of the way there. You know what I mean? Because like I've befriended like several trans women, and like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I didn't even know they were trans first. You know what I mean? Because some of them just don't appear to be at all. And once I realized that, and you know, they tell me about their transition and stuff, I was like, no, like, you know what I mean? It wouldn't make sense for you to be in another body. I feel like this is how you should. I feel like you belong in this body. You know what I mean? Like this is exactly who you are, and I feel like this is who you should be. However, if I was stranded on a desert island, all by myself, all by my fucking lonesome, and I rub a lamp and a genie pops up and grants me one wish, and I ask for a woman, and fucking Caitlyn Jenner shows up, I'm gonna be like, Genie, it's not what I fucking asked for. Alright, fuck you. You're transphobic. Shit. How much time do I got?
5.
5 minutes? Fuck me. I find it kind of hard to respect white people. Like, just generally. Because, like, they're just fucking pathetic at demanding respect, a lot of them. Like, it's not easy to do, you know what I mean? Like, a white woman gets mad at you, like, alright, fuck this one, that's incomplete. I'm not gonna do this shit. How does everyone feel about racism?
Ooh.
Good.
Kind of cool.
Hey, oh, hey.
What?
Well, it's gonna get a little bit racist right now. Anyways, things that bother me about black people. I don't like how black people, like a lot of them, okay, not all, but a lot of them, refer to women as bitches, like just women in general and bitches, because I can't say it like they can. Like, you know what I mean? It just sounds so natural. When I try to quote them, I just sound fucking stupid. I don't like that. Anyways, another thing that bothers me about black people is how well they age. Like I don't like that shit, okay? Because I got like, I'm gonna look like fucking Patty in like 10 years.
Hey, hold on a second.
No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna look that good. All right, I'm sorry. All right, okay. No offense, Patty. Fucking Nick.
Hey.
I'm Irish too. I can say it. I feel like honestly, I honestly feel that once we end racism and once we achieve total equality, I feel like black people are gonna age just as shitty. Like deep down. Because until then, as far as I'm concerned, we haven't ended racism. Oh shit! What else do I got? Women in the workplace. I don't support it. No, that's not it. I'm still got one for later. How much time, Monica?
3.
3? Fuck. I wanted to say something else racist, but I can't remember what it was. I like hanging around rich white people. Like that's my new favorite thing. Cause like I usually hang around comedians, and almost none of them are that, and they spend a lot of time bitching about their problems. You know what I mean? I gotta fucking listen to that shit constantly. They're just bitching about this and that. Know who doesn't bitch about their problems? Yeah, they don't have any. These jokes fucking suck. Fuck is this shit? Nah, this is new, right? How long has this shit been here? Like, this whole top shelf is like brand new.
No, it's not.
It's not?
It's just reorganized.
Well, I mean, there's new stuff in it. Patty, did you say something about me earlier? I heard you say my name when I was waiting for you.
Well, what I said is that you seem like a Labrador with an anger issue.
That's fair. That's fair. And I still can't call women bitches casually. Fair enough. How much time?
18 minutes.
Fuck this shit. Love you all very much. Thank you for giving me my time.
Hey, everybody! Sometimes when I do stand up, I feel like a galloping fucking trollop. You know, like I just feel like a raging whore because I'm in the locker room with the boys. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm at the golf course, you know. I'm in the cigar lounge. I'm behind the 4 computer setup. Anyways, I'm really excited to see this next comedian. Everyone sit down. If you have to go to the bathroom, go while I'm talking, because people might want their tapes and the door makes a ding-dong sound, and it's like a ruckus, sort of.
Such a
Ruckus.
Sort of, how do you say, ruckus. So, I love you! Okay, I'm gonna bring up America and mine's favorite old man, the one and only Arizona Lou! Give it up, you guys! Yeah!
Hey, thanks. Let's hear it for Sam. Yeah. I want to thank you folks for coming out tonight. It's so cold here. Of course, I'm from Phoenix. What do I know about cold? And I want to thank you for letting that old guy up here. You ask, how old?
How old?
You barely came up with it, but that's all right. Well, I'm 81. Thank you for that sympathy applause. And I worry a lot about what's going to fall off next. My last name isn't Jenner. And I've kept my New Year's resolution so far. My New Year's resolution is to still stay alive
Yeah.
till the end of the show. And I keep looking in the mirror for body parts that are not saggy or wrinkled. I'm so wrinkled. The other day I had trouble adjusting my tidy whities until I realized I wasn't wearing any. Must have been Alzheimer's. Now, experts have come up with 10 early signs of Alzheimer's. This is no joke. I've got a list over there. You're free to take them. They're free. And while you're over there, I'll leave some of these over. This is my tour post. I'm on a 10-day tour of Southern California.
Woo! Yeah.
These are the open mics. And then this is the 1-hour show I'll be doing for charities. And if you haven't had enough of me after 10 minutes, you'll come and see me at one of those. Woo. And, yeah, but number 1 on their list is you forget stuff. I think that should be the whole list. And now there's a change in mood. Well, I'm happier than ever. I forgot everything I should be unhappy about. And then there's avoiding people and social situations. Not my problem. I'm with you folks.
Yeah.
I always enjoy it every time I come here to San Diego. And then there's trouble with familiar tasks. They have like using a can opener. I was wondering if my dog was getting so skinny. My new animal lovers, I don't have a dog that I remember. And sometimes it gets embarrassing. This morning I forgot to pull up my zipper. Yesterday it was worse. I forgot to pull it down. And they wondered why I was carrying a big clock in front of me in Walmart covering my Target. Oh, then there's losing stuff. How do you misplace a minivan? Give me a big parking lot, I'll figure it out. It'd be so easy for me to remember to look at my row number. But no, I'm going into Walmart to buy a clock. Then there's bad judgment. Like trying to think I can go 10 minutes without notes. Oh, we'll see. And there's difficulty with words, time, and space. And if I'm lucky tonight, I'll remember what I want to say. If you're lucky, I'll wander off somewhere. Come on in. Silver alert! I could be on one of those highway signs. I'd be famous. I just love those things. They distract you with such important information that you need for driving. And like, they had one in Wisconsin that said, construction zone, 28 miles, slow down. I did. And I didn't get there until Wednesday. And driving here, I carefully read, or I went the speed limit and carefully read every sign. And I can't tell you how many accidents I caused. But I can tell you how many minutes to an intersection that nobody in their right mind cares about. Very important distractions. Yep. And I try to stay fit. I don't take supplements like creatine. Have you ever, I went to the gym today, have you ever noticed the people that do have those great big muscles? They've got little tiny thumbs. Oh, this is an adult crowd, also little tiny dicks. Well, I've got little tiny muscles and a great big microphone.
Yeah.
I did go to the gym, and I've had to quit doing the bench presses because they bolted them all down. I can tell you people haven't pressed any benches. I have to avoid the big weights, like 2 hours at the DMV. I went to the machine room, and I recognized the machines from when I was a kid during the Spanish Inquisition. Now, see, he's old enough, he knows that was 650 years ago. When I was a kid, if I wanted some agony, I'd say, I'm going to go down the dungeon and visit the Inquisitor. And you guys say strange things. You say, I'm going to go down the street and visit my chiropractor. And have you ever noticed how the Inquisitors would put the bodies in impossible position? When I was a kid, we called it Inquisition. You guys have strange things for it. You call it torture or yoga. And from the machines there, I recognize the machines from when I was a kid, like I say, during the Spanish Inquisition. All they did is they added logos and foam pads to the machines. Have you ever noticed in the pictures back then, those old pictures, that the naked guys on the rack always had a little white cloth covering just their special spot? I was the towel boy. Don't stretch him out yet. I've got the towel here. Hey, he couldn't help himself. His arms were all stretched out. He was having a bad day till I came along. I was his absolute high point. Oh, I forgot he was black. Well, things go from bad to worse. And I had voice surgery, and it's embarrassing on the telephone when my voice goes up high. And you ought to try doing stand-up comedy. I wish I had your voice instead of a voice like Martha Stewart. And I'll say, it's embarrassing on the telephone. I'll say, hello? May I please speak to the man of the house? I am the man. Oh, for you young people, that's the way the phones used to make when you were slamming them. Or, worse yet, I'll say, hello? Are your parents home? Yes, they're up on the mantle. You people are great. Oh, yes, and it's been 10 minutes and I'm still alive. I'm almost finished. I have t-shirts. I've got your size over here.
Crop top.
And they're $10. All profits go to Alzheimer's research, if I remember. And you get one and you'll have something good for wiping your dipstick. Or good for your high point. Thanks a lot, I'm Arizona.
Let's give it up from Lou. From 4. Give it up for Anno. You don't want to go up.
I'm good for today.
And you don't want to go up. And
Ready.
you don't want to go up. So, since something we do is like No, I was gonna say, like, I'm gonna absorb all your time. Like, I was.
I know.
So since you guys don't want to go up, so what I'm gonna do is absorb all your time. So I'm just gonna go for 40 minutes. And it's really rude if you leave. It's really rude if you leave. Oh, guys, we are live and we're here. We're pursuing a silly, stupid, beautiful dream. And what more could I have asked for? Nothing. 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 Don't ever let me ask for more. Don't let me get greedy.
I'll give you $11. Can I do one more minute?
No. You can give me my time back. You can give me my brain back from having to think about what you just said. You can remember when I had ADHD, I get distracted. Dude, imagine if I was really mad. One time, okay, no. It was gonna be, okay. So, I'm gonna bring up our last comedian of the night. She is my mate, my partner. She keeps me grounded. The Taurus to my Capricorn. She's gonna kill it up here. Let's give it up for Monica! She painted her shirt! Okay. Were you gonna say that? I ruined it. Okay.
No, that's okay. Hi, everybody. Thanks for staying till the end. I didn't paint the shirt. It took like 12 hours. Yeah, so recently my nose piercing got infected. And I, when I posted about it on Instagram, it became viral. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no, I've had this piercing for about 3 months now. And I was very adamant in wanting a nostril piercing. I didn't want a septum piercing because I was scared I'd sound too much like Aziz Ansari. Hey guys, welcome to my comedy show. That's the thing about Indian comedians is that they won't be able to tell. Like, my parents can't even tell me and my older sister apart most of the time. This one time I was in a science class in high school, and there were 2 Indian girls in the class, me and this other girl, let's just call her Akshita for now. And in my semester grades, my teacher wrote, "Nice job, Akshita." He flipped the grades. And the reason that I didn't speak up about it is because Akshita got a C. But yeah, no, so I'm pretty new to LA, and I'm originally from Illinois, and Illinois is like the tortilla of the United States. It's very flat. In fact, Illinois is so flat, it is flatter than a punctured tire on a 2-dimensional car. Illinois is flatter than a 8th grade show choir trying to hit the high notes on Don't Stop Believing. Illinois is flatter than my tits in a Costco sports bra. Just kidding, I'm not wearing a bra. I'm built like an Indian Lego. In fact, Illinois is so flat that when I took my driver's test, I had to practice uphill parking on a flat road. I was in a neighborhood, my driver's ed teacher was like, "Hey, park uphill," and I'm like, "There's no hill." She's like, "Just pretend." I still did wrong. But yeah, no, LA has been very overwhelming. I feel like there's so much to do here compared to where I'm from. And, you know, and I get distracted so easily. I feel like I'll be talking to someone and I'll just be like the dog from Up, you know, Doug the dog will just be like, "Squirrel!" I told that joke to somebody who had never seen the movie Up before, so I explained to them. I was like, "Oh, Up is about this old guy who ties a bunch of balloons to his house, and his house goes up and he tries to explore the world. But here's the catch. He has to go on that whole adventure with an Asian guy in the Boy Scouts." My friend was like, "That's ridiculous, Monica. There's no Asians in the Boy Scouts." But yeah, no, it's been very overwhelming here. I feel like I'm trying to swallow the ocean, but there's nowhere to take a piss. You know, a feeling where you can be anybody in this city, but that also means you can be an asshole. And I feel like the world's my oyster, but I'm vegan. Was not joking about the vegan part. I've been vegan for about 3 years, but I'm kind of flexible about it because I like wine too much, Chardonnay. You know, and it's interesting because a lot of commercial beers and wines are processed with this compound derived from fish bladders called isinglass, and I'm like, yeah, I just said it is. Yeah, but the main reason that I love veganism is not for the, you know, animals or for the environment or for the self-perpetuating masochism. It's because it's a really creative and artistic cuisine. You know, much of modern vegan cuisine is about renovating your classic comfort foods that traditionally contain animal products, but the ways in which vegan chefs have to do so is very absurd and fun. You know, miss a taste of cheese? Let's smother your popcorn in deactivated yeast. Miss the chewiness of chicken? Well, there's a mushroom out there for you. Miss a decent burger? That's beyond meat. Impossible. And I also try not to fuck with the whole stereotype that vegans think we're better than non-vegans, because I ate meat for 12 years, so I know that vegan alternatives suck. In fact, vegan alternatives are so bad that one of the most popular meat alternatives is literally called Satan. When I eat tacos, I'm eating the spawn of Satan. You think I think I'm better than you because my cheese is made of cashews and candle wax? You think I can't tell that lightly spiced walnuts isn't the same as ground beef? You think I know you can't sunny side up a flax egg? Anyways, so my parents recently came here, and they came for a show, and and that's one of the reasons that I've been very scared of being a comedian, is because my parents actually love me. My parents have been pretty supportive about me doing comedy. My mom has been especially supportive. The first time I did stand-up here and I posted a video about it, she texted me the next day and she was like, "Good morning, Monica. Loved your set. Great pussy joke." She's like, "I started reading some books so I could better understand your journey." I was like, "What journey?" She was like, "Thank you for opening up my perspective." I was talking about pissing in gas stations. So I guess I did that. And that's the thing, as a child of immigrants, it kind of sucks, because I feel like all immigrant kids, or a lot of immigrant kids go into entertainment to piss off their parents, and in spite of their parents. So in 2 years, you might just see me in medical school, fuck you, Dad. Anyways, that's my time. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all of y'all staying here till the end. I know it's a cold, but it's a manic Monday. Manic, full of panic. And I couldn't, all organic. Anyways, thank you so much, and give it up for Sam.
Yeah, Monica! Yeah! Get in there! Go behind that computer! Come back on stage! If you love you on stage, go back, we're going to live. That was beautiful. That's great. Guys, this was a lively night, a warm, lively... I'm kidding. I was going to say this is cold. No, but we're great. I'm good. Thank you for coming to the LA School of Comedy. It's been great to have you. We'd love to have you again. To our watchers at home, keep watching. Give us money. Give us attention. You can find out more about us on laschoolofcomedy.com. My Instagram is @SamLikeTBH. We're on Instagram at LA School of Comedy. It's been a great night. Let's give it up for Monday. Let's give it up for mania, a true medical condition. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.